Have you ever watched a toddler struggle to go to the bathroom and felt that frustration building up for both them and you? It's one of those situations where, as much as we try to comfort them, we often feel helpless. Constipation is something that a lot of children deal with, and it can be incredibly challenging for both them and the caregivers. As you know, children are sensitive, and when their little systems get backed up, they don't always know how to express what's going on. You may have even seen your grandkids or great-grandkids get cranky or frustrated because their tummy hurts, and it can be hard to watch. In this video, we're going to explore how you can help alleviate constipation in children by introducing some simple, natural foods into their diet. By making small changes, you can help those little ones find relief in a gentle, healthy way. And the best part? These foods are easy to find, and most of them are probably already in your kitchen. So, let's dive in. The first food I want to talk about is one that you may already be familiar with: apples. Now, you might be thinking, I've heard about apples before, but why exactly are they good for constipation? Well, apples are rich in fiber, especially in the skin. The fiber in apples works as a natural stool softener, helping things move along smoothly in the digestive system. One of the easiest ways to incorporate apples into a toddler's diet is to simply serve them as a snack. Just slice them up and leave the skin on for an extra fiber boost. For younger children, you can even mash the apple up or make a simple applesauce at home. But why stop at just one fruit when there are so many others that can help, too? Let's talk about pears, another great option. Pears, like apples, are high in fiber. But what makes pears stand out is that they contain a specific type of soluble fiber called pectin. Pectin helps to pull water into the intestines, making stools softer and easier to pass. This can be especially helpful for children who might be holding back due to discomfort. Now, if you've ever given a toddler a pear, you know they love the sweet, juicy taste. It's not just tasty but effective too. You can serve pears fresh, sliced, or even bake them lightly with a little cinnamon for a comforting snack. If you want to get a little creative, you can combine apples and pears together to make a fun, delicious fruit salad. Another wonderful food that can help is prunes. Yes, prunes are often overlooked or misunderstood as just something for older adults, but they're actually one of the best remedies for constipation in children. Prunes are packed with both fiber and sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that helps stimulate the bowels. The sorbitol acts as a mild laxative, drawing water into the colon, making stools easier to pass. Now, I understand that toddlers can be picky eaters. Prunes may not be their first choice, but there are ways to make them more appealing. Try chopping up prunes and mixing them into a fruit smoothie or blending them into a sauce that you can drizzle over their favorite foods. If you want to get them excited about prunes, you can even call it magic fruit and explain how it helps them feel better. Getting them involved in the process, even if it's just picking out the prunes, can make them feel more empowered to try something new. Another great option is yogurt. You might be surprised to hear that yogurt is beneficial for constipation, but it's true. Yogurt, especially varieties that contain probiotics, helps to balance the good bacteria in the gut, promoting regular bowel movements. The probiotics in yogurt can also help with any bloating or discomfort a toddler might experience when they're backed up. The trick is to choose a yogurt that has live active cultures. These are the friendly bacteria that can make a real difference in a child's digestion. You can serve yogurt on its own or mix it with some of the fruits we've already talked about, like apples or pears, to create a tasty and healthy snack that kids will love. There are also many fun ways to get yogurt into their diet, like frozen yogurt pops or yogurt parfaits with granola and fresh fruit. So far, we've discussed apples, pears, prunes, and yogurt, all of which are easy-to-find foods that can make a big difference when it comes to relieving constipation. But what's next? I want to tell you about one more food that's going to blow your mind: flax seeds. Flax seeds are packed with fiber and healthy fats, and they are wonderful at keeping the digestive system running smoothly. They're tiny but mighty. Flax seeds are also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for overall health. The fiber in flax seeds works by absorbing water and swelling, which helps to soften stools and make them easier to pass. The best way to use flax seeds is to ground them first, as whole flax seeds can be difficult for the body to digest. You can sprinkle ground flax seeds into oatmeal, mix them into smoothies, or even add them to baked goods like muffins or pancakes. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but how do I get my grandkids to actually eat these foods? It's a fair question. Toddlers can be picky, and it can sometimes feel like a challenge to get them to eat healthy foods that might not be their first choice. The key here is patience and creativity. You can get them involved in meal prep, give them choices, or offer these foods in fun ways. By focusing on offering a variety of textures and flavors, you increase the likelihood that they'll enjoy eating these natural constipation remedies. Before we wrap up, I want to touch on one important point. Don't forget the importance of hydration. While we've talked a lot about food, water plays an essential role in helping to prevent and relieve constipation. Make sure toddlers are drinking plenty of water throughout the day, as dehydration can contribute to constipation. Sometimes, it's as simple as ensuring they have a water bottle within reach and encouraging them to take small sips throughout the day. So, in this part, we've covered apples, pears, prunes, yogurt, and flax seeds, 5 natural foods that can help ease constipation in children. We've also touched on the importance of keeping them hydrated, which is just as essential as introducing fiber-rich foods. Remember, the goal is not only to ease discomfort but to help kids feel better, more comfortable, and happy again. Now that we've introduced these natural foods, we'll explore other tips and tricks for helping toddlers with constipation in the next part. Stay tuned. Now that we've talked about some wonderful foods like apples, pears, prunes, yogurt, and flax seeds, you might be wondering, how can I really make sure these foods are going to help my toddler? Well, introducing them is a great first step, but there are a few more tips and tricks that can really make a difference in your toddler's digestive health. One thing that often gets overlooked in the conversation about constipation is the importance of movement. Yes, exercise is key, even for little ones. Now, I know toddlers may not exactly be doing crunches or yoga, but physical activity, even in small doses, can have a big impact on their digestion. It might sound simple, but just getting them moving can help stimulate the digestive system and encourage regular bowel movements. Think about how toddlers are naturally energetic. They love running around, jumping, playing, and exploring. These activities are actually beneficial for their digestive systems, helping things to move along. If you're spending time with your grandkids or great-grandkids, encourage them to engage in active play, whether it's a game of tag, a little dance party in the living room, or just running around the backyard. These movements can get the intestines working and help ease the discomfort of constipation. You can also try to incorporate more tummy time exercises for younger children, especially babies who are just starting to explore movement. Tummy time helps to activate the muscles in the abdomen and can promote better digestion. As they grow and start walking, their natural curiosity will take them to places where they're moving all the time. Just encourage it as much as possible. Now, while activity is important, it's equally crucial to make sure they're eating regularly. Having a consistent meal schedule helps set a rhythm for their digestive system. If a toddler goes too long without food, it can lead to irregularity in their bowel movements, causing further discomfort. Regular meals at the same times each day can help keep things moving in the right direction. In addition to timing, pay attention to portion sizes. Toddlers have small tummies, and while they may love to eat, large portions can sometimes lead to constipation. Instead of giving them one big meal, try offering smaller portions spread throughout the day. Little snacks of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can keep their digestive system working steadily without overwhelming it. Another often overlooked aspect of dealing with constipation is the emotional side. You might be surprised to hear that stress and anxiety can play a role in constipation for toddlers. They may not have the words to express how they're feeling, but emotions like fear or stress can affect their ability to have a smooth bowel movement. This is especially true if they've experienced pain or discomfort with constipation in the past, which can lead to a bit of fear surrounding the bathroom. So, how do you help ease those emotional concerns? It starts with creating a calm and reassuring environment. Try not to rush them when they're on the potty and give them a little space. Offer gentle encouragement, like saying, "You're doing great," or "It's okay to take your time." If your toddler seems particularly anxious, consider creating a positive association with bathroom time. You might add fun stickers to the bathroom or use a children's book to make the experience feel less stressful. A relaxed atmosphere can help your toddler feel less anxious and more confident when it comes time to go. One more tip is to focus on making bathroom breaks fun. It sounds silly, but toddlers are more likely to enjoy the process if it's associated with playfulness. Let them pick out their own special potty time book, sing a song, or even tell them a funny story while they sit. Anything that can distract them from any discomfort and take their mind off the situation is a win in this case. Along with reducing anxiety, it's also helpful to pay attention to toilet training habits. Sometimes toddlers resist using the potty, and this can cause tension. If your little one is potty training and showing signs of constipation, don't force them to sit on the toilet if they're not ready. Encourage them to listen to their bodies and take their time. Be patient, and remember that every child is different in their learning process. Consistency is key here, too. If your child resists potty training, try to create a regular routine where they sit on the toilet at specific times of day. After meals, before bed, and first thing in the morning are great times to encourage potty time. If they're still struggling, don't hesitate to speak with a pediatrician. Sometimes constipation might be a sign of a deeper issue that needs professional guidance. As we've discussed, a combination of natural foods, hydration, physical activity, a consistent meal schedule, and a calm, reassuring environment can work wonders for your toddler. But what about when things don't seem to improve right away? It's important to remember that some children may take a little longer to feel relief from constipation. In those cases, you might want to explore a few other options. If after a few days, your toddler is still struggling, you can look into using a stool softener, but always check with a pediatrician before using any over-the-counter medications. Sometimes, natural remedies like warm baths or gentle tummy massages can help, too. A warm bath can relax their muscles and make it easier for them to pass stools, while a gentle tummy massage, in a clockwise motion, can encourage circulation and stimulate the intestines. And finally, one thing you will want to keep in mind as you try these strategies is patience. It's easy to feel stressed when a child is in discomfort, but with consistency, care, and a focus on both their physical and emotional needs, you'll likely see improvement over time. So far, we've talked about simple and natural ways to tackle constipation, like the foods we've introduced, the importance of exercise, and managing stress. But there's still more to learn. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into a few more key foods and tips that can support your toddler's digestive health. Stay tuned. Now that we've covered some great food options, like the high-fiber fruits and vegetables, and touched on the importance of hydration, movement, and emotional well-being, let's talk about a couple more strategies that can help your toddler overcome constipation and keep them comfortable. One thing that's often overlooked in the conversation about digestion is the importance of the right kinds of fats. It's easy to focus solely on fiber when we think about preventing constipation, but fats play an essential role in helping the digestive system work smoothly. Healthy fats, like those found in avocados, olive oil, and nut butters, can help lubricate the intestines and encourage smoother bowel movements. You don't need to go overboard, but incorporating a little bit of healthy fat into your toddler's diet can make a big difference. For instance, spreading almond or peanut butter on whole grain toast or adding mashed avocado to a sandwich can be a great way to sneak in some good fats. Not only will this support their digestive system, but it'll also provide them with the energy they need to stay active and healthy. Another wonderful addition to your toddler's diet is sweet potatoes. These bright orange vegetables are loaded with fiber and water, both of which are great for digestion. Sweet potatoes contain a type of soluble fiber that helps to draw water into the stool, making it easier to pass. You can serve them mashed, roasted, or even made into little fries. There are plenty of ways to make this tasty vegetable appealing to toddlers. Sweet potatoes also provide a good dose of vitamin A, which supports overall health, making them a great option for so many reasons. Now, let's talk about something that might seem a little counterintuitive: a small amount of juice. While fruit juices are often seen as a treat or something to avoid, certain types, when used appropriately, can actually help with constipation. For example, apple juice, prune juice, and pear juice contain natural sugars and sorbitol, which can help draw water into the intestines and soften the stool. The key here is moderation. A small amount of juice, about 2 to 4 ounces, can be enough to provide a helpful boost to your toddler's digestive system. When introducing juice to your toddler, it's important to make sure it's 100% fruit juice, without added sugars. This helps ensure they're getting the benefits without the extra sugar that could lead to other health problems. If your toddler doesn't like the taste of prune juice on its own, you can always mix it with a little apple or pear juice to make it more palatable. Along with juice, one additional tip is to avoid overly processed foods. As much as toddlers love snacks like crackers, chips, and sugary treats, these processed foods are low in fiber and can actually make constipation worse. They tend to be high in unhealthy fats and sugars, which can slow down digestion. Instead, try offering whole grain crackers or even a small handful of nuts as a snack. The fiber and healthy fats will keep their digestive system moving in the right direction. When it comes to keeping your toddler regular, it's also important to make sure that they're not holding it in. We've all heard about the potty dance toddlers do when they need to go, but sometimes they try to hold off because they're busy playing or don't want to stop what they're doing. Encouraging your toddler to go when they feel the urge is important. Even if they seem to be avoiding it, make sure they understand that it's okay to take breaks and go to the bathroom when they need to. Creating a consistent bathroom routine can help, too. Just like eating meals at regular times, encourage your toddler to sit on the potty at the same time each day. For many toddlers, right after breakfast can be a great time to help encourage bowel movements. This routine can help get their bodies into the habit of going at a particular time, making it easier for them to pass stool. Another technique that can be really helpful is gentle tummy massage. This is a wonderful way to support digestion and relieve constipation. By gently massaging your toddler's belly in a clockwise motion, you can stimulate their intestines and help move things along. It's also a great way to bond with your toddler while providing some comfort when they're not feeling their best. If you've never tried tummy massage before, it's quite simple. You can use a little bit of baby oil or lotion to make your hands glide smoothly over their belly. Just gently apply pressure in a circular motion, moving from the lower right side of the belly, up toward the ribs, and then across the top of the belly to the left side. This motion follows the path of the large intestine, helping to encourage movement. Now, we've covered a lot of helpful tips and tricks when it comes to managing constipation, but I want to leave you with one final piece of advice. Patience and consistency are key. As frustrating as it can be when your toddler is having trouble, these changes might take some time to show results. But with a little bit of persistence and a lot of love and care, you'll likely see improvements in their digestion. Remember, every child is different, and sometimes it takes a few tries to find the right combination of foods, habits, and techniques that work for them. To sum it all up, constipation doesn't have to be something that causes long-term concern or discomfort. With the right foods, like high-fiber fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, and even a little juice, along with a few supportive habits like regular exercise, a calm bathroom routine, and tummy massages, you'll be well on your way to helping your toddler feel better. And remember, if the constipation persists or you have any concerns about your toddler's health, it's always best to consult with a pediatrician. They can offer additional advice or rule out any underlying health issues. So, there you have it, 5 natural foods and strategies that can help clear up constipation in toddlers, keeping them happy, healthy, and comfortable. I hope these tips have been helpful, and if you've tried any of these methods or have more suggestions to share, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and subscribe to the channel for more tips on parenting and child health. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, with a little patience, love, and care, we can help our little ones grow into happy, healthy individuals.